of career development are primarily student engagement. Our mission statement is to help students merge their educational and career goals. And I guess that's the successful end result. The process is a little different for everyone. I think students would benefit from greater, more robust use of our services. And that starts at the beginning, from freshman year, starting to figure things out and engaging in the self-assessment process, identifying their interests, moving forward into sophomore, junior year, taking an internship or starting to test the waters and see what fields might be a good fit, and then senior year, really gearing themselves up for a professional job search. We work with students across all classes, thankfully, freshman through senior, even with alumni. Probably the class that uses us the most is the senior class. I think there is the most amount of focus and maybe the most amount of stress as well, understanding that the real world is but months away, and really working on getting prepared to get themselves entering the workforce. So I think seniors are probably the biggest representatives in our caseload. We're going to try a couple of new things this year to get the word out and engage students a little bit more, and one of which is going to be a big social media campaign. We have had a Facebook presence that not many students seem to know about. A little reluctant to admit we might have 150 followers. I think we can do better than that. But I think also Twitter is where attention seems to be right now, and we do have an account and we are putting out some information, but we're going to do a much more focused effort and make the content better, really break down career development strategies to 140 characters or less. And I think we can have some fun with that, and I think it might be a good way to engage students or make us seem a little more approachable.
So I didn't really know about the Office of Career Development coming in as a freshman, and I changed majors from a pre-nursing major to a psychology major, and I wish that I utilized the services earlier. But during my summer of sophomore year going into junior year, I worked here at the Office of Career Development for my work study, and that's when I really started to get familiar with the gateway system, with the different services that we have, and with the advisors that we have. And I'm so glad that I have had this opportunity, because I now know how to navigate through the gateway system. Huge resource for all Salve students, and a lot of people don't realize it exists or they don't fully utilize it. There are so many different things you can do. You can make an appointment on the gateway website. Just the opportunities are endless, and I'm so glad that I work here, so I now know, and I try to tell underclassmen, incoming freshmen, about this office so that they can come in and utilize our services earlier. Because the earlier you get your resume and cover letters prepped, the earlier and sooner you can start applying to jobs post-grad.
I think 3 words that describe career development from my perspective. The first would be welcoming. I think our office and our staff is very welcoming. We have a comfortable space. We sometimes conduct workshops or have employer information sessions, so it's big enough to have a group here. We host an open house for freshmen students. But overall, the personalities in our office of all of our advisors here are very welcoming. We are here solely to serve students, and I think we do a very good job of that. The second word is dynamic. It's different for everybody, and it's a very dynamic process and something that's very personal, and that's part of the joy, I think, and interest on the professional side for us, interacting with students and understanding where they're heading and where the interests are, and assisting with taking the steps to find success. And that leads me to my third word, which is lifelong. I think the career development process is truly a lifelong process. Successful career development is not simply about completing an assignment like a resume. Coming in, here's my first draft. Now that I've got that out of the way, I'm good to go and my life is fine. I think successful career development is continual thinking about the process.